Man United were like the team. You'd think a team with that big a profile would care a bit more about the women.
Ella Toone, she always scores bangers at Wembley, and that she did. Has she played for Man United her entire senior career? Has she been red her entire career?
Five minutes on. I just short-circuited.
5. I think I might actually manage to stick to 5 minutes, but
okay,
we'll see. 5 minutes on, it was the return this weekend of many a player. We had Miedema return, scored within 14 minutes. Classic. Why did we let it go? Don't know. I'm not going to get over it.
Jonas.
Although he did say in that interview, sorry to revert out of the 5 minutes on, what did he say? He knew he lost the support of his team when he let me go.
I lost a lot of my relationship with the supporters when we decided to not renew Viviana Miedema's contract.
He'd lost the support of his team. He lost the fans.
Could have told you that, Jonas. Could have told you that. I feel like he could have maybe tested the water with that move before. Like, he didn't need to see if that would lose him the support. I think we could have told him.
Yes, he didn't need him
nice.
Lose. Yeah,
absolutely solid. Also, the return this weekend of Ella Toone. So I thought I'd do 5 minutes on Ella
Toone.
Okay, so I'll do a little bit of a test because we did discuss this once before. What year was Ella Toone born?
Now, she's probably very young, so I'm going to say she was born in 1998.
One off. 1999. 2nd of September, 1999.
1999. Fine year.
5'4". She's actually, I always thought she was small, but she's actually quite small.
That is quite small.
Although, actually, I think that might be the average height of a woman in the UK.
I must know.
I think
Continue,
I think
but
I
I must know.
5'3", because I remember thinking that I was average height, but I'm actually average height of a man.
Yeah, we are quite tall.
Yeah, forget.
I forget that we are quite tall. The average height of a woman in the UK is 5'3".
There you go. So she's above average.
And we are the average height of a man, 5'9".
I think because it's like me, you, Ames, and Em are all the same height, that I forget that's not normal.
Yes.
I just forget. I just look out amongst my pupil.
My giants.
Which explains when I was at school, I was always the tallest of quite a lot. I think I had my growth spurt quite early.
Same.
And I felt so big for so long that now it's quite nice being surrounded by people who are. I think I peaked at 12. I think I reached 5'9" and stopped. Never grew again. But you know who's peaked at 5'4"? Ella Toone.
Ella Toone.
5'4". Okay, so position, she's an attacking midfielder. At this point, she's had 53 appearances for England senior team, having also been in the under-17s, under-21s, and has appeared in 2 major tournaments: the Euros, which is of course a champion, and the World Cup, a runner-up, lest we forget.
But redemption might come.
Redemption might come. She scored her first World Cup goal against Australia in 2023.
Russo brought it down beautifully, and here's a chance driven into the net. Ella Toone for England.
Stunning. I think it was in Australia as well, right? They held it. They held it. Also interesting. Growing up, she played tennis, gymnastics, and cross country, and she's got multiple trophies in gymnastics.
So she was an all-rounder.
You could be out there doing flips when they score goals as well. Ella Toone.
She's doing a Sam Kerr.
Imagine in that FA Cup semi-final, the FA Cup final that was a couple of years ago, Chelsea v Man U. We could have had flips all over the show.
We could have had cartwheels,
flips, back tucks.
I want to see it. And Brooks, if in the edit of this there is not a cartwheeling Ella Toone going across the screen, I will be really disappointed.
Absolutely. So famously, what team do we know her for?
Man United.
Exactly. But has she played for Man United her entire senior career?
I'm gonna go with no.
But has she been red her entire career?
I'm gonna go with yes.
No. She played for Man City.
What?
In 2016, she signed for Man City. Why did she sign for Man City when she was in the Manchester United Youth Academy?
Because Man City had more opportunities and Man United hate their women team and don't give funding at all ever.
You're not far off. They didn't have a team.
Oh yeah, 2018 is when they were formed.
Yeah, so she couldn't join Man United senior team, so she progressed through the academy. I think she joined like Doncaster Bells or something for a little bit. Yeah, hang on it, no Manchester United senior team. So then when she got to the point where she wanted to sign for a WSL team, couldn't. So yeah, they are now pretty much showing the true colours with it, but back then didn't have a team. So she joined Man City 2016, and she actually won the WSL with them.
Nice.
So Ella Toone has a WSL title under her belt.
So Tooney is both a blue and a red. Who knew?
And I was thinking, was she on the team at the same time as Lucy Bronze and Kira Walsh?
I don't know.
Oh no, I think Lucy might have been with Leon by that. I don't know. I don't think so.
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to. Wait, let me look. She played for City from 2016 to 2018.
Yeah.
So
I'm jumping ahead of my 5 minutes on. I'm sorry. This is not
sorry.
I'll ask you to Google something in a minute. I don't know. So 2018, Man United formed their women's team and they joined in the championship because I don't think you can jump straight into the WSL. So they had their inaugural year in the championship, of which they won, which then meant that they could progress to the WSL. I think her first goal she scored in their first season in the September, I think. That was her first championship goal for the senior team. And then since then, she has remained with them the entire time.
Ever since.
Ever since.
So that's quite a long time then, 2018 to 2025.
Uh-huh.
Don't know
and
how long.
She has re-signed, and she should be contracted now till June 26, I think.
Nice. So she likes it there, clearly. Despite the sort of controversies, I guess, around what's happening at Man United, they do seem to be keeping players of Ella Toone's sort of stature and sort of, what she brings to the team. So nice.
Hannah said here she's a loyal babe. That she is, especially loyal as Holly's put her boyfriend is a massive Man City fan, so she's super loyal.
And her boyfriend plays football, doesn't he?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure he plays football as well. Bunny, his name is. Joe Bunny. Yep, Joe Bunny. How did I know that?
I don't know how you know that.
He plays for Stoleybridge Celtic. Never heard of them.
Everyone knows it. It was only me who didn't know that. There you go.
Oh no, he doesn't. Yeah. I lied. Oh no, he doesn't.
To me, she is the Leah Williamson of United, and I agree. That's the vibe. Loyal.
That's the vibe I get.
Yeah, so she's re-signed in the 22-23 season, so she'll be there till June 26, unless otherwise, I don't know, if something terrible happens or she really decides, or Man United are successful in getting rid of their women's team, which seems to be their goal right now.
Which is so bizarre to me, because Man United, like, when I was a kid, like, and I followed the Premiership, I didn't support any one team. I just watched Match of the Day with my dad. But Man United were like the team. Like, all the boys in school were like, we support Man United. My uncle supported Man United. Like, it was almost like it was the most iconic team. Like the red, it's a bit like Ferrari with F1. The red, like David Beckham, like all of those people.
Yeah. It was iconic players. They became like one to follow, weren't they? They were they were like more than just football. They were a brand. Yeah.
And so you'd think a team with that like big a profile would, I don't know, would care a bit more about the women and care a bit more about like how that comes across to their fans and
especially
just like
their women's
people
team
in general
have significantly proved themselves. Like, they were formed in 2018 and they've managed to win the FA Cup in the space of 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Like, that's phenomenal. Like, I don't know how the men's team are doing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't follow men's football, but like, why can't they both be recognised as like that significant achievement? Against teams that have existed a lot longer. But no.
Yeah, it's I think it's quite sad, and hopefully they do something, whether that is going to be a change in sort of ownership or management in terms of like overall Man U. The men are like sort of mid to bottom of their table. Not that we care, but
Yeah, Kerry's put the men's team is really struggling at the moment.
But I think they beat Arsenal though. But yeah, whether that's a change of management sort of at an upper level or ownership at an upper level, I don't know. I don't know enough about like the ins and outs of the politics. I just know that they seem to be doing everything they can to pull funding from an already chronically underfunded sector of sport.
Yeah, so it's a shame, but I'm hoping that the attitudes change. I'm hoping that what I think is that more than ever, these teams haven't realised that for the first time, there's people out there kind of standing up for women's sport. And I think if you think about what happened with Thornaby, where they cut the team and there was outrage, I don't think they expected that there would be this backlash. I think for the first time ever, people are going, no, you can't just do that. And I think someone's put here about Leeds women's team getting cut when they were actually playing in FA Cup finals and things like that. And then Leeds got rid of them. I don't think you can do that without the uproar anymore. And rightly so. And I think it's time that people are kind of going, no, like, you can't just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see if that has any impact. But I think where they would just cut the team and be like, we're putting the money into the men's, they can't do that anymore. And I think maybe people at the top, the old guard, haven't worked that out yet, but they will lose support. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm talking out my ass. Who knows?
And well, look, hey, future Lionesses coming up through the academies. Like, you see players like Ella Toone coming up through their academy, going to other teams. Look at her; she's a champion of Europe. She's one of the best Lionesses there has been in sort of recent history. And if you take away funding for girls and women's teams, then you are like they don't just appear out of nowhere. Like, champions don't just appear out of nowhere. They've fought through the ranks. That's the point. So if you cut the funding for that, then you're essentially saying, okay, well, we're going to not have a Lionesses team anymore because you're not going to have Lionesses to play.
Yeah.
Sad.
But that's my 5 minutes on. Because Brogues, you better be stopping that timer. I've seen that Brogues in the chat. She heard United be said and she appeared out of nowhere because that's what she does.
United.
But so, covered it. They got to the FA Cup final 2 years in a row, 23-24. No, 22-23, 23-24. They were beaten by Chelsea in 22-23, which I was there for. Great game. I think United deserved it that year too, to be honest. And that's not because I am anyway biased against Chelsea. I genuinely watched the game and thought they put up a fight the entire way. But then last year they got it against Tottenham, 4-0. Ella Toone scored the first goal.
Good game.
Ella Toone, she always scores bangers at Wembley, and that she did. Few fun facts about Ella Toone. In Feb 23, she received a red card and a 3-match ban. But it was overturned. It was for pushing Tottenham's, and I may say this wrong, Evelina Samanin. But Samanin was later charged with simulation and deceiving officials over the incident.
Whoa.
So does that mean...
Not a spud.
And then she got a 2-match ban. So does that mean that she, like, fell? Like, threw herself on the ground? Is simulation like simulation of a
punch? Like diving, I guess. Yeah, like what the men do. It's actually what the men do.
Yeah, like the boys. Like the boys. Shame on you, Evelina.
Yeah, Sarah says she dived. So she dived, and then she obviously went to the ref and was like, Ella pushed me.
Push me, Ella.
Yeah, and then the ref was like, ah! But then
I
they
bet-
VAR'd that, and here we
I
are.
bet Ella Toone was fuming because she's a little bit of a not a Rooney style, but like she's not bit of a McCabe in the sense like not happy when
You can tell when she's not happy too. She doesn't hide it.
Yeah,
She does not
she's-
hide it.
like frustrated.
Yeah.
Bit of frustrated face. So I reckon she wouldn't. I need to watch that clip now. A little part of me kind of remembers it happening, but I don't. I can't picture it. I need to see it.
You just see the evidence.
She is the top scorer for Manchester United women.
Nice.
This one was interesting. She is the first England footballer to score in a quarter-final, semi-final, and final of a major tournament.
Good for her.
First England player, male or female. So that was in the World Cup, I think, because they got to the final. So I think she scored in quarter, semi, final. I think it's the World Cup. And as per usual, anyone correct me if I'm wrong, if it was the Euros. Pretty sure it was the World Cup. She scored against Australia. I need to know. I may have got that wrong.
I can tell you right now.
What is it?
Well, because I've just looked up.
Why are you teasing me? Tell me.
Well, it might not be me. Hang on. Scored Euro. Sorry, Eileen says Euro.
Euros. There you go. Euros. Oh, yeah, that explains it because she did score in the final, didn't she? She scored.
I was trying to remember the score, the final of the Spain-England World Cup.
I couldn't remember who the
And I was like,
we lost 2-1, right? And I couldn't remember who the goal scorer was. Anyway, bad. No, pardon. She was on the 2021 Team GB squad, so they didn't make it this year, 2024, but they made it 2021. But she had to be pulled from the pre-Olympic camp because she got COVID. Classic.
Oh,
I know. But she did. They changed the rules from an 18 team to a 22 team, and she did manage to get onto the team for that second bit, even though she couldn't make the training camp. They were like, you know what, we've got room for you. And the final fun fact: she has a podcast with her best mate, Alessia Russo.
she does indeed, and it's on BBC Sounds, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called though.
No, neither can I. Can I? It's not something to do with like, hello, Nan, it's me, Ella.
Hello,
actually know
Nan.
what it's
It's
called.
Ella.
Tooney and Russo. It's just called the Tooney and Russo Show.
Oh, that'll be it then. Yeah, everyone's now saying it. Tooney Russo Show. So simple yet so
They could have
effective.
come up with something a bit
Nice
snappier than that.
Have to. Evening time. Bye. You have got a compliment on the Ella Toone accent though.
Oh,
That accent at
thanks.
one point. Yeah.
I can, well, I mean, it wasn't good, let's be real, but it's the only words I can say. I can only do accents of a certain type if I've got like a phrase I can say.
Yeah, like you can repeat it.
Yeah, like a Liverpool accent, like I can only say like chicken and a can of Coke, but nothing else.
Michael, you coming for your dinner? That's all I've got.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Can't do Newcastle.
There's
I can
one
only
phrase
do-
apparently, like for Geordie, that you can like set yourself into gear. It's like poop scooper. It's like
Aye.
scooper.
Pascupa. I think I've heard that before. And I can't do yours unless you've said something like really broad that then I'm like, and then I make fun of you for it. But only because I get made fun of all the time.
Every now and again, I drop a proper Grimsby bomb, and then I
do.
can see you go like. So when I say it's usually an word.
Yeah. And it's usually when you've got like a little bit like aggy about something or excited about something, it gets stronger. It's a bit like me. When I'm excited or upset, it tends to get stronger.
Tom's asked what he's missed, and it is an approximate 5 minutes on Ella Toone. I think it was around 5 minutes. I think it is. If you take the chatty chat out, well, we'll see. We'll see how much extra time it is.
Brogues, roll the tapes.
Nice.
I can't wait to see the little timer.